Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the Judy of the lamb.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Keep me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Hard out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
Smooth setup.
Hey, what up? What up? It's Alex, the fantasy football hustler, back at you. We got a big draft going down today. We got a panel full of crew members in here right now, and let's do a little round robin here. Let's start off with Stevie B. Let him know what you're repping.
What's good? Dynasty Life Football, Stevie B, as always, here for the channel. Excited for this league. We got a bunch of guys in here, so it should be fun.
Hell yeah, we got our man Bandy, Fourth and Flex Bandy in the house. Let him know what you're repping and where to find you.
What's happening, everybody? Bandy from the Fourth and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast. Happy to be here, man. It's been a while since I've been on, Huss.
Hell yeah. We got our man Zion here. What up, bro? Making it happen. Let him know where to find you.
Yo. It's the Gospel Sports Truth Podcast coming at you. Myself, the fantasy football fiend, Zay. Got my guy, Young Vander, the Fantasy Nostradamus, and BK Wins. Make sure you check us out on all your YouTubes, your Apple iTunes, Fantasy Facebook group, all that good stuff. If you look for us, you'll find us, the Gospel Sports Truth.
There we go. And you seen him in the chat. It's our man, The Roll. Let him know where to find you at, bro.
What up, guys? You can find me at The Real 07 on YouTube. I'm also on Rumble, The Real 07, the same thing. I'm excited to be on. I'm excited for this draft. I think I'm gonna win.
Hey, good to meet you,
Let's
bro.
go. All right, let's see. We gotta figure out how we are gonna do this here. So hold on one sec, because I had us set up here, but hold on, we got to get Bandy in here now too. So 1 second while we add another camera slot in here.
So what are y'all gonna do with that second place money that y'all get? Just wondering.
What is second place money? I forget.
All right,
you normally come in third or fourth. Is that what you basically?
Yeah, I didn't even look down past first place money. Didn't even look that far down.
Yeah.
Let's shout out everyone in the chat. I'm about to hit the start button on this. So we got Johnny in the house. What up, bro? Albert in the house. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Wes. Derek. Salute.
It's good, Derek.
Victory Formation, who's in this draft with us. Where's Victory Formation at? Looks like the 8th spot in there. And Emil, what up? And hey, we got Taco in the house.
Emil.
Taco's only here during the regular season. Shout out to Taco. And what up, Toyota One?
Josh.
All right. So here we go. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna change this layout real quick.
Yeah, you got me hiding behind the comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna change this to where
That's all right, buddy. Do your thing.
where we get you guys over there.
Hey.
You know, then you're not getting blocked by the comments. There we go. And then let's do this.
Hey, what's up, Albert? Shout out to Albert in the comments, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, buddy.
Albert's
Albert's everywhere. I appreciate Albert. Shout out to Albert because he's everywhere. He's on all the channels. He supports everybody. So yeah, shout out to Albert.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So when you guys are on the clock, and we got Jamie in the house. Hold on, we got Jamie going for 2. Hold on, Jamie. We're gonna pull you up on the screen right now.
Good, Jamie.
But you're in the background. We can hear you if you start talking.
What's up, guys?
What's happening,
What's
bud?
going on?
Hey, I got my boy Trey also chat. We're communicating via phone because we are together on this draft. Just to let you know.
Let's go. And if he wants to hop on or whatever, he's got the green light. There we go. Now we got Jamie up on here. All right. When it's your turn on the clock, you shout out whatever the hell you want, but the floor is going to be yours when you're on the clock. And I'm hitting it right now. And we got Johnny on the clock to start. And let me see. Who is he repping again? He is repping Frankly Fantasy Football. He's also in the Fantasy Football advice group with us. Oh, and then where does green dot go? Oh, there it goes.
There he is.
Yeah. Super flex, full PPR, what tight end premium, right? All that good
Tight
stuff.
end premium, yep. And
Got
I made this
0.25 points for first downs.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Whatever strategy you want to deploy, you could do it because you only got to start one QB, one RB, and one wide receiver. The rest are all flexes in the super flex.
You also get a extra point for 40 yards plus for touchdowns and receptions. That's nice.
I like the Patty Mahomes. I like the Patty Mahomes pick there. I'm gonna go. It might be off. This might be off script a little bit, but I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts here. If there's a year that Josh Allen doesn't finish as QB1, that would probably be this year. So give me Jalen Hurts, who's been consistently QB2, QB3 the last 2 years.
Yeah,
there we go.
There Josh Allen goes.
Yeah, it seemed like an easy third pick.
All right, so talk to my boy Trey, man. We know we had the fourth pick coming into this thing. We said either Allen, I think we said Tyreek Hill because of the 200-yard bonus that could be a thing. Looking, let's see, CMC's still there, but we're talking Superflex. He don't want to. He was saying no Lamar. He's got too much Lamar shares. Let me see what he's saying over here.
But look at that.
Allen, Hill, or Hurts. Yeah, I know. Oh, man.
Because a 14-team super flex. We're not going to make this easy. Even 14-teamers, I don't like doing single QB.
That's all right. I don't got no shares of this man in any of my leagues. 200 yards passing bonus. Give me Tyreek Hill. I'll change it up.
Let's go. What's everybody's preferred format if we're just single QB or super flex?
Super flex. All the way.
Super flex.
Easily. I actually been playing Superflex for years, but it wasn't really super. I guess it was 2-quarterback league. I did that just kind of messing with settings as a commissioner one year, and so I just threw 2 quarterbacks in there. You know what I mean? And then turned out it was Superflex. This was years ago, though.
Right. I've done 2 quarterback for a while.
2 quarterbacks with 14-team league is brutal though, because you literally can't put anything but a quarterback in that slot. So somebody's going to come up short, or either somebody's going to rob somebody else and have like 4 quarterbacks, and then you end up having to make a trade that you don't want to make. So Superflex is the way to go, just in case.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. And everybody's strategy in the single QB, no matter what, is just wait on a quarterback, and so that gets kind of boring.
Facts.
I don't even like 1 QB anymore.
Right? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
And Billy and Stu fan said, how much is the buy-in? This one's a $55 one.
He's from my channel.
We got our first auto pick, guys.
Uh-oh.
And they were in the room, too.
Oh, thanks. What happened?
Still
That's our man Banks.
I mean, Joey
Fantasy
B's
football
not a bad pick.
Banks, he's slacking. I know he just got off of work, too. Like, we started it at 6:30 because he was getting off right at 6:30, but I feel like he had to have put him in the queue, though, because no way Burrow was that high.
Roll going with Bijan there. Why don't you talk us through that? What are you thinking?
It's kind of hard to get an elite level running back, so I figured I should get one now with Bijan.
Yeah, makes sense. Bijan's supposed to be doing a lot of things over there in that Atlanta offense. Kirk Cousins is there now. Does anybody think that's going to change things with old Kirk over there?
I think it's Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I mean, is it Kyle Pitts' year, or are we just saying it's Kyle Pitts' year again? Is that just a thing to say every season?
He's already injured, man. Well, I mean, he's not injured, but I mean, he missed. He's on the injury report. He was limited in practice because of the hamstring injury. So,
look, my co-host Trey has been hating on Pitts forever, man. This is the first year I've heard him say anything positive about Kyle Pitts, and I still am out on that, man. I ain't touching that guy, man. I had him in his rookie season, the highest tight end drafted ever. Yeah, I want some of that. No, I don't want no more. You keep the Kyle Pitts shares, guys.
I kind of like.
He's not a bad value though, is he not? Where you have to draft him, like you don't have to draft him high. Like you could wait and take the chance on Pitts.
He's going higher than he deserves to go. I feel like though.
I was really thinking about going QB, but man, Breece Hall
hard not to.
There, it's just really hard to pass. I couldn't do it.
I hear you, bro. It's hard to grab. It's hard to pass it up.
Let's hear it, Jamie. You're on the clock right now.
I mean, it's okay. So I'm looking at like 4 wide receivers I don't mind having. I could get them next round. There's maybe 1 running back, but there's a guy on the board that I seem to get in every single draft when I'm at this pick. Lamar's gone. I'm going to take Kyler Murray just because I got Kyler Murray as my 5th ranked quarterback, and I actually seen some people rank number 4. That's a little too high for me, even though I got him pretty high at 5. So yeah, I'm gonna go Murray.
I mean, a lot of people loving some Murray this year.
Jay, where are you paused at? Tell me. Is it one of the drafts that's paused? Let me know what's going on. If I gotta go fix something right now. And Jay Phil said, should I start Mostert, Swift, or Pollard this week? I'm probably on the Mostert side, but I don't know. It's all these guys are kind of dart throw-ish this
You're
week.
right. You're right about that. I feel like Swift, man. I think Swift's being slept on, at least at the beginning of the season, because he's good in the beginning, but those legs get tired fast when it comes to Swift, man. And that's why at the end of last year, I feel like he couldn't, complete that for you. But in the beginning of the season, I like Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go Swift too.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get both of them boys at quarterback because the last thing you want to do in spot 14 is get caught behind the power curve. So we're going to get that guy that will be the number 1 overall quarterback with Richardson, and Dak has been slept on for years. He was number 5 last year, if I'm not mistaken, but he always gets picked late. So
yeah, I grabbed Dak. I grabbed Dak in a super flex in too, man. And I'm seeing him fall. He's falling and falling. I don't know if it's because he's a Cowboy or what, but I mean, he's got CeeDee Lamb to throw the ball to. So I like the Dak, man.
Oh, the disrespect on Dak is crazy, though. I mean, Dak is he hasn't given us less than a top. What did he give us? A top 14 season once, but other than that, he's been top 10 every single year that he's healthy. And it doesn't matter if he's on the Cowboys or not; he's going to be slinging it no matter where he goes.
You're right. You're right.
And Jay, that draft doesn't start until 10 o'clock Central tonight, so we got like an hour or something before that one starts.
What time is it where you're at, Huss? It's like 6:30?
6:45 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, with my second pick, I went St. Brown. I have him as my 3rd receiver overall, so I'll take that this late.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if this is going to screw me over or not, but I'm starting off with Breece Hall and Jamar Chase. We're going to get a little ballsy here, and hopefully all the quarterbacks aren't gone by the time it gets back to me.
I know, dude, that 14 league, man, that gets me, man. It's like me and my co-host, we're thinking, we agreed on the first pick, right? And then I'm going to take a pick. He's going to take a pick. We're going to alternate picks and see how this team turns out.
And it's not like, not everyone is going to go 2 QBs in the first round. So, right. I mean, you can already see, only so many people on the left side of the board got the QB in the first round. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
There's always going to be QBs to pick up when they get hurt off waivers.
I don't know if every year is going to be like last year, though. That was a little different.
Yeah, last year was wild.
Depending on the waivers out the gate is not a good strategy, but good luck with that. Matter of fact, that's a great strategy. That's exactly what you should do. I changed my mind.
All I'm saying is there's people that started Joe Flacco in the fantasy championships and won. You know what I mean?
I started Gardner Minshew in the championships last month. I mean, but that ain't all what you can't bank on that shit though.
No, you cannot.
Be a little lucky. I want to hear your take on Richardson since you drafted him. Gospel.
Hey, Richardson is one of those guys that, barring injury again, he like 40 points in the first half of a game, something stupid last year before he hurt his shoulder. So, I mean, sometimes you got to look for that bottle rocket and hope for the best, but if he can stay healthy just this year, between him and Dak, I believe I might have 2 top 5 QBs. That's just my humble opinion.
Yeah, I do like that Jalen Daniels pick that just went because I think he can also have that same upside Richardson has. And you got him, 12 picks later?
I would have took Daniels right here. That's who I was hoping was going to make it back to me.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't happen.
Fan.
Doesn't it always seem like it's the pick right before you that takes the pick that you want? I swear, it's always happens.
I'm gonna, for me at least, I'm gonna play it safe here with a pretty safe.
I knew you were
QB
gonna go
here.
golf, dude.
And let me go golf. I just feel like it's a safe QB, 14 team. Let me lock up the QB real quick.
I mean, actually, golf is better than safe. I mean, this guy, a lot of people might not realize it, but he was the number 7 quarterback last year. That was without Jameson Williams supposedly taking the step that he's about to take. So if Williams does his thing, Gibbs does his thing, St. Brown does his thing, Sam Laporta does his thing, guess who's throwing all of them the ball? So I think golf is better than a decent pick. I mean, he's one of the best values at quarterback, honestly.
And just because our man Derek's watching right now and he loves Jameson Williams, I'm just going to say no. Jameson Williams is not taking a step up. He's a bum, all right?
All he has to do is stay healthy. He's going to get that one catch. He's Deshaun Jackson light.
Oof.
He's not going to get a whole bunch of targets, a whole bunch of catches, but he can make your fantasy. He can make your fantasy week for your wide receiver 3 or flex in one catch. So that's all I'm saying.
Right,
you don't have to be great.
Right. He can't get right. Like, that's what it is. Like, I mean, I know he got hurt coming, in the championship game, like on the big stage, but he really hasn't been right ever since then. Like, really has not.
I think Jameson is a pretty decent route runner, and I think he can get better at that. So you're looking at, like, worst case, he's like a Gabe Davis. Like, you never know when to play him, but he's going to catch a bomb and give you great weeks. Or he can actually start running routes. But again, he's the 4th, 5th option, because you got to count Gibbs there too. So, he's going to be a hit or miss player, I think. But I think you're right. If he's your wide receiver 3 flex type where you get to throw him in there, like, I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't want to start him as my wide receiver. I'm just talking about having golf, because golf gets
right.
Yeah.
So, shit, man. So it's between basically 2 guys here. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Marvin.
J-Mo is not running any routes, Derek.
So
he
let me
only
ask you
knows how
this.
to run one route.
Marvin over Puka?
Oh yeah, Marvin over Puka.
I like Puka, but I know with a healthy Cup, I think that there's a possibility like Puka could take a little bit of a step back. He's still going to be awesome, but I'm gonna take Marv here. I have Puka in a couple leagues. I don't have any shares in redraft of Marv, so they're the same for me. Pick your poison, really.
It's funny how everybody was loving Puka until recently, and then Cup started to get a little more healthier, and then all of a sudden those Puka shares started dropping, baby.
And Puka got hurt. I mean, I know they said he's still going to be good for week 1, but you see that Q next to people's name, it just makes sometimes you might just pass on it just because.
You're right. You're right. That Q is scary.
I love it when that happens. That means value.
You're right. You're right about that, though.
And Puka was going way too fucking high. Like, it needed to balance itself out because he was going as like the number 4 wide receiver off the board sometimes. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I just want to point out, man, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I grabbed Tyreek in the 1st, stacked him up with Tua in the 2nd, and then my boy, it was either between Kyron Williams or Jonathan Taylor. I got a lot of Kyron shares. He knew that's who I wanted, but I said, take JT and let's roll with it.
Debo Samuel.
Good start.
I see we got our first bench player and Justin Herbert.
Dude, these quarterbacks suck.
Yeah, look at that. Fuck, 3 quarterbacks right out the game.
Dang.
And we got that good round, and quarterbacks are already drying up. That's why I did what I did. By the time it got back to me, I'd be short.
We got that good news on on Herbert that he's actually going to be. He's not on the injury report or nothing. So this is the first time we don't see the Q next to his name for like the last month.
You know what? That might have been a brilliant strategy having 3 quarterbacks because there is going to be nothing left to have a backup. One of his guys get hurt and he might be set. You know what I mean? He's going to have to take a hit in his skill players, but it might be smart in the long run.
Not
That's necessarily trade bait too.
That's trade bait. There you go. Trade bait.
That too.
I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it, but I really hate drafting specifically to trade.
I'm with you on that, Huss.
I don't if I couldn't get the guy that I wanted, because let's say, for instance, like there's a couple of teams on here that don't have a quarterback at all yet. So when they're starting Sam Darnold and they're like, okay, I can give up the wide receiver that I took in the 2nd round that this other guy wasn't even going to have a shot at for his Justin Herbert. Well, guess what? He wasn't going to have a shot at, let's say AJ Brown or Garrett Wilson or Drake London, even. I mean, like it's some guys that he might not have.
Boom! Aaron Rodgers. There we go. Feeling good now. I got a QB.
Honestly, not bad.
Get those PPR with Brees Hall too.
Herbert is kind of like an end of a tier there. Like, I mean, Herbert, for everything that the Chargers weren't, like, he was still, I think he was QB 8 in fantasy points per game. Somebody double check me on that. Even still, and they should be better this year. But it's kind of a drop off where that pick is more of just that's the best value. That's the best available on the board if you want to look at it that way between the quarterbacks on the left.
Yeah, I mean, and Toyota one, he's right. Puka practiced normally today. There's no Q next to him officially. First time in a long time that he hasn't been there.
Call it bias, but I would take Herbert over Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, and Tua.
Who'd you say you'd take over?
Justin Herbert.
Herbert? Okay.
All right, so I'm on the clock here. There's still a top 4 player at a position that I have available. Especially with this first down bonus, I think he's going to smash. He could have 17, 20 touchdowns this year. And that's my boy, Derrick Henry.
Hey, the king is alive.
Yeah, I actually have him like RB4 plus in this format. I think I might even, I can't really put him any higher. So no, he's still RB4.
I fucking hated having to pass on him right there because I wanted him so bad. But I got so nervous about the QBs.
You have to at this point, Huss. You had to.
Shit, look at Crispy. He didn't. He's playing QB.
Yeah.
Iron.
Let's go ahead and get these two guys that can be the number 1 overall running back.
Yeah, Kyrie needs that 85%, 90% snap share to do it, though, and I don't think he's going to see that.
Well, with the Rams, they're one of the only teams that will send out that one guy until he's hurt. So while he's out there, he's out there. There's really isn't a committee with McVay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I wonder if he really is going to return punts like they say, or if that because McVay's like his coach speak is just like on the next level with the way he fucks with like media and talks to him.
I want to point something out with that.
Go ahead.
I want to point something out with that. The year Cooper Kupp won the Triple Crown, he was also returning punts. I'm just saying.
So that's what I was going to say. Like what McVay does is he says, I'm going to put my best guy out there. I don't care what y'all do. But my thing is this. If he's one of the best running backs in the league, and now he's going up against what would be considered as backup defensive players, what do we think that's going to do for field position? So I kind of understand it from McVay's standpoint. Like, we want to be in good field position every single time. It's a game of inches. So let's get those inches as soon as we can get them.
I didn't like my next pick, Olave. I have him in my top 10, 12 just by default, but there's other people I should have probably picked over him. I just don't like the car situation.
Here's my thought process coming in. I'm trying to do my best to not get screwed on QBs. We only got to start one running back wide receiver. If I can start our boss hog, I'm going to go there. And what's the next most important position besides that? Super flex. So we're going to address that now. And get
Baker Mayfield, man. I got a hot take that he's going to be a top 10 quarterback this week.
I mean, we got a decent matchup to start.
That hurt, Huss. That hurts. That's where I was hoping he'd come back to me, man. I got him as top 10, man. I really think Baker's going to do good, man. People are underestimating him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he finished top 10 last year.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Every time Deshaun Watson gets drafted, we got to play his music.
Hello, ladies.
Hey.
See, Ron likes it. And what Crispy said, QB early, bitches, man. Crispy. Let's see. I mean, he's got Stafford right now. And that's fine. The brand that Crispy's repping is Crispy Rings, just so you guys know.
Nice. Get it, Crispy.
And yeah, but look at this. Run of QB's coming right now.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, Watson, Bryce Young, Derek Carr.
I mean, I'm good with Caleb as my number 1. I think he's going to do really good. He's in a great situation, a generational talent. I feel like people aren't paying him enough respect.
I feel like a lot of it's going to come down to when it gets hella cold in Chicago.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to make or break his season because he's got the talent around him for sure. The Bears did the right. I mean, their line isn't that good, but they use a first round pick on someone. They go out and trade for Keenan Allen, pay DJ Moore, so he's hella happy. If Caleb fucks this up, it's probably more that the Bears just are like failures at developing quarterbacks or scheming for quarterbacks.
Man, I had to take Will Levis here because Huss took my boy Baker. We were thinking about Bo Nix, honestly, the youngest rookie ever. I think Bo Nix is actually going to be pretty good. Seems like he wants to run a little bit. I like that. Will Levis got the deep arm, though. I'm kind of counting on that, hoping for that another year in that offense. I mean,
they set up their offense, swing the ball. Like I had a hot take. He was going to throw the ball over 700 times this year.
All right.
Ron says Will Levis is a good pick, actually. So my take on Will Levis, I don't know. You guys can tell me, but I swear this is like what he does when he throws the ball. It's like every single time he gets the ball, it's like 3-step drop. 1, 2, 3, turns his head all the way to the side, and then just like throws it 1,000,000 feet in the air. And like maybe it comes in contact with the receiver, maybe not.
The thing about Will Levis is you got to understand who his head coach is now. And the same offense that Cincinnati deployed is what they're going to be doing now. And I think that if he was able to be okay with his last OC and head coach, he should be much improved with this one. So, I mean, being this late, 4 quarterbacks in the Superflex of 14 teams, I don't think you could get much better value with that.
So being with that Bengals type of offense, are you off of Chig then? Because the Bengals really didn't use much of the tight end.
I mean, I was off of Chig after I thought last year was going to be his year, so I was off of him after he didn't show up last year, to be honest, because that's the offense that should have been predicated on the tight end, but he didn't do much at all. So I'm off of Chig in general now.
If there's anybody who's on Chig right now, it's just getting cute with your takes, like trying to just throw someone in there as a tight end.
Yeah, just to make people say what.
Because any of these fucks could be like a tight end sleeper, but most tight ends on any given day, they're getting between 2 and 4 catches and between 15 and 35 yards. And that's why in like all my leagues, I've eliminated the tight end spot. I make it tight end premium where they do get extra points, but I turn that tight end spot into a flex because I really feel like
I like
the tight end spot shouldn't dictate that much of a sway and like how much better a team could be than another team.
You're right about that. 3 or 4 tight ends is like all you can hope for, and you're just switching out guys that you hope give you something. You know what I mean? So I actually turned the Bandy Bowl, which is a league I've running for years now. I've actually done that with that one, man. Turn tight end premium on, so it gives you like a little bit of something to go out and grab a tight end, and then just took the tight end spot out altogether.
Yeah. Huge advocate of that. And Phil said Deshaun or T-Law or Deshaun this week. Man, I mean, I want to say T-Law, but I want to start Deshaun against the Cowboys, especially when he's got Amari Cooper in a revenge game over there, and he's finally healthy for once.
How are we feeling about Amari Cooper? I've gotten quite a few shares of him. I feel like he gets underrated every year.
I'm nervous about him. I mean, I think he'll be good in the beginning, but he fucking gets hurt all the time, man.
Yeah, he does.
What sucks about him?
He does that. You ain't lying.
Deshaun Watson he shouldn't be that bad. I mean, last year he was a top 10 quarterback in a bunch of the games he played, except for like 2 of them, and one of them was like a crazy ass weather game, like that week 2 game. So, like, I think
he got hurt in week
are just sleeping on Watson, but I think where he's going. I mean, on Keep Trade Cut and Dynasty right now, he's like QB 26. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. So he's just a streaming buy, like a great buy right now.
All right, feeling good about that. Got Diggs in the 5th round because everyone's going QB crazy, as they should be.
Y'all like the Bryce Young pick?
Not really. I'm not a fan of Bryce Young. No, not gonna lie. Not a fan of Bryce Young.
And it's the guys around him, man. That's the issue.
Yeah. Their run game has just been taking a step back. That's really what screws them, is their run game is so bad that they just stack the box on him and they don't have to like double team anybody out there because it's Adam Thielen and fucking Mingo. And like Deontay Johnson, as soon as he gets drafted, I'm making fun of whatever team drafts him because like he sucked. Yeah, did you guys see the shit that he was doing in training camp? He's running these wicked ass routes and like he's like shaking people out of their shoes and he just drops the ball.
Ugh.
Every time. Every fucking time.
William, even work on
I
them
like
hands.
Deontay. A lot of people said he had drop issues, but when you look at that year, which was like I think it was 2 years ago, I think I had posted it. Jamar Chase, like a ton of the top wide receivers had more drops actually than Deontay. It's just that we saw Deontay's more than the other guys. But I like him this year with Bryce Young because he's a good route runner. Bryce Young's a very accurate quarterback. So if he can have a little bit of time and somebody to throw the ball to other than, old ass Adam Thielen, like he might have a chance to be decent. So I do like the Bryce Young. I mean, they've got a young team, so they just got to build around him. But
hey, Adam Thielen caught fire at the beginning of last season. That fire went out pretty quick. All.
His old ass couldn't keep up. it was too much. Now imagine Deontay who could keep that up.
He ain't.
I'm not a fan. I'm with you on that one, Huss. Deontay, just like the 1 year I finally drafted Deontay Johnson.
He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Exactly. The 1 year I finally drafted him, I was high on him and all that. He didn't do nothing for me, bro. I held him too long. I held him. I'm like, this is going to be the week.
Deontay is he demands a very high target share. He demands targets, no matter what the offense, and no matter how bad the offense is. He always demands targets, no matter the competition around him. He's always the guy that commands targets. So that's why I like Deontay. He's a good route runner. He can get open. So can Bryce Young be the number one pick that we thought he can be with a little bit of help?
And doesn't that suck though when he's gotten like a good amount of targets and he still sucks with all of them?
Well, the team, they've been shit since Ben Roethlisberger's been gone, but he's still commanding the targets. That's the thing. That's why we like Drake London so much this year. He hasn't shown it yet, but he's commanding targets. So if you get him a quarterback, we'll see what he can do.
I think Drake London's to the moon, man.
I would much rather bank on a Drake London than a Deontay Johnson.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm not denying that.
Oh, Jamie, you're the one. You got Danny Pace.
I had to, dude. It was so gross. I couldn't. Like, there was only like one other quarterback left. Who else was there?
Nobody.
I didn't want to do it, but I had to. But right now, there's still a top 12 guy that I got running back still. Joe Mixon. I think that high-powered offense. He's best running back.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
So I'm taking Mixon, man.
Hey, I guess he definitely wasn't making it back to me then.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to make it 2 more spots to me. Well, here goes Joe Mixon.
Mixing a lot.
You know what? A lot of guys are hating on this running back, but I'm going to get Najee right here. Because first off, Warren's ass is hurt.
Well, Warren's back in practice today. Did you hear that?
He is limited capacity, so I don't think he's back to 100% just yet. Najee, all 3 years, 1,000 yards. He's the one with the talent. If everybody doesn't remember, he got hurt super early last year, and everything kind of got fucked up after he got hurt because he never got back to like 100%. So,
and he got shot last year, so they're gonna run his ass into the ground. You got Arthur Smith there.
Phil said B-Rob or Jacoby. Week 1, I'll go B-Rob. Nah, fuck that, Ron. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Kamara. We'll let victory formation get him. Kamara's only declined over the last couple years. I don't know. I don't like it.
He was 3rd in fantasy points per game last year, 17 point something. The team is the same. He's going to catch a ton of passes because Derek Carr sucks,
and he likes to check it down.
Nothing's changed since there. And hopefully he can run the ball better, but he's going to have over 100 targets probably again.
I think that's wishful thinking. I mean, he only had 2 games last year with over 10 targets, and you're going to need a shitload of games with over 10 targets to get over 100.
He had 86 and 13.
I mean, I see a lot of games, 5 5s and 5s, and like and also saying that he's going to be healthy for all 17. I mean, we don't go in thinking that guys are going to get hurt, but when you've only had like 1 year, when you've been like healthy out of like 6, 5 that he's been in for a long time now. He's no spring chicken.
So what do you guys think of that Zamir White pick that just went off? Because I see 12 running backs I have above him.
I like Zamir White. It's like you either have to pay up for him and like really, really believe in him,
or
hope that you get
in that offense. But I mean, he gives me like the Alexander Madison type vibes, where he was like a backup, and then as soon as he gets the full time role,
I'm gonna do it.
I would take Swift over him.
Oh yeah, I hate Swift, and I would take Swift over him.
Over who we talking about?
Zamir White.
Oh yeah, I'm not a huge. I mean, listen, he got a ton of touches last year, and he still only had 1 RB12 week where he was RB12. He still was not an RB1 in any of those other weeks. So
it's ugly.
He's not the pass catching back. So the offense is gonna suck. I mean.
And Jacob said Ramondre Stevenson, Alvin Kamara for this week for a starter sit. I'll go on the Stevenson side for week 1.
I'm taking Kamara. I ain't fucking around. 17 points per game. Give me that.
Yeah, I'll go Kamara. I just don't like the Patriots offense.
I'm a Patriot fan, and I'm gonna tell you that this ain't the week.
People sleeping on Ramondre a little bit, though, ain't they? He's falling.
No, I believe that people are sleeping on him, but as far as Kamara is concerned, he's game script proof. Because if they're doing bad, that means he's going to get a bunch of catches. If they're doing good, he's going to get a bunch of catches. So I mean, I don't see how you lose with him. Is just comparing those two.
I like that. That's a good point. And Derek Carr likes to check the ball down, so should be good.
Let's see.
Look at that tight end run, dude.
I know. Stevie B's going crazy over there.
Oh, it was the best available.
It's tight end premium for sure.
Yeah, do you, man? I like it.
And Russell, what up, bro? He said, what up, Hustler and the crew? He said, need 2 for the PPR flex. Man, you didn't hear me talking shit about Deontay Johnson earlier. Deontay Johnson, Rome Madunze, Zamir White, Raheem Mostert.
I go Mostert here.
Mostert.
Oh, you need 2.
Why is it even a question? What Mostert did last year, it's not really even a question. If it's Mostert in almost all cases.
I like Zamir and Mostert.
Start him every week.
It's the 2 that he's asking, but I'll go the running backs on those. Yeah.
Yeah, Zamir, right? Also, and Mostert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dunzo, there's too many mouths to feed over there. I think he's going to be good when Keenan Allen goes down. Can I say that?
Yeah, and Keenan Allen has a heel problem, so you've never been able to separate, and you're dependent on that quick movement. The heel is not the injury for you. So,
well, he's fat now too. So
yeah,
Keenan Allen stays hurt. He stays hurt.
I think when he's on the field, he'll do good, though. I mean, that being said,
Ron said Stevie B rolling up that fire.
We're on the 420 network. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Smoking, choking, rolling blunts,
Roll a fatty for this pimp daddy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, what I should have actually did is in the 3rd round, I should have took Laporta. I kind of forgot about the 2-point tight end premium, and I should have took Laporta there, and I didn't. So I had to make up for it.
Yeah, I wanted to take Kelsey so bad in the 4th, but I needed to lock down that B because at the end of the day, that QB is going to score more than Kelsey. And they're both going to be in a flex spot.
What do y'all think? I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think about the whole sleeper getting it to where you can sub the player out thing? I'm hearing a lot of bad stuff about that.
I like it, and I'll tell you why.
I like it too. That's why I'm asking.
And I'm locking down Ramondre and getting my 3rd RB over there for some depth.
Yeah.
So the reason why I like it depends on how you set it up, though. So if you set it up wrong, I can understand why people would hate it. What up, Coach C? We got all the brands on for this crazy ass 14-team draft right now. What up, bro? And so you have to set it up where, let me go read exactly what that feature.
Yeah,
said. I'll be right back, by the way.
Okay, you're good. let's see, where the hell is the feature? Okay, so allow player subs. You have to turn on the feature, require auto sub to not play before the starter.
Right.
So if you do that, that means if let's say you work on Thursday and there's a player who's questionable and you're not going to be able to check, you can auto sub them for a player on Thursday or on Sunday. And if the person doesn't play, Sleeper subs in that one player that you selected for them. So you still have to set it up. Like, it's not like it just automatically does it. You still have to.
Well, the crazy, so like the crazy thing is like if you have a player like doesn't play till Monday Night Football and you're not sure if he's going to be out, they will still switch your guy that played on Thursday night if you hit him as a sub, right?
No, not if you turn on that option that I just said. You have to flip. You have to toggle that switch on.
Okay.
And if you don't, it'll do it like you're talking about, and that's fucking lame. And I wouldn't like that at all. But the way that I'm talking about, you have to set it up to where, like, if it's a Monday night player, it has to be a Monday night sub. It can't be a fucking Sunday sub or a
because that'd be some bull. That'd be some bull.
Right.
But I mean, that is like that's that's what's gonna happen though, because there's a lot of people who aren't setting it up, that way, because you do have to go in and take that extra step of pressing like you don't even see the toggle button until you turn the feature on. And then once you turn it on, a separate like one extra line pops up. And you have to get it.
I'm looking at it now. I did notice that, man. Good looking out, bro.
Because you won't see it. Like you have, like, I don't know. Maybe I need to make a video about that or something, because I think a lot of people might. I mean, it's kind of
because people are just going to turn auto sub on, and a lot of people are going to be pissed.
Yeah,
that might be a good idea.
Fucking A.
Good job, Crispy, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, right here. I thought Brian Robinson was going to fall back to me. That was going to be my pick.
You gotta play B-Rob the Mob track.
Oh yeah. It rolls on it.
You can be at the party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
Caught a bullet in his bubble goose when he got shot in his eye.
There's
for those who don't know.
I do see one running back still I have above B-Rob just by like one spot. They got a new offense going. They brought him in. So I'm going to go Pollard just because we saw what he did with Zeke in like a part-time role.
That's kind of how he was best, I think.
Yeah, so like you got Spears there. I mean, they wouldn't have brought Pollard in if they thought Spears was the guy. So
you're right.
I'm thinking Pollard's going to get a lot of volume. I mean, like efficient volume, like at least 55% of the snaps, and he could do something with it.
Yeah.
Hey. But I still rather have B-Rob.
I think Spears has his role. He's going to be that third down pass catching guy, and I think Pollard kind of takes those first and second down snaps.
Yeah, and he can still catch passes on first, second down too.
Right, exactly.
I like it.
And Jacob, let me make my pick, and then I'll read out your question. Oh man, fucking Peacock. I was looking at Ridley right there too, thinking he was gonna fall to me.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As far as Pollard is concerned, I think what we've seen on the field from him is he's best when he isn't heavily leaned on. I see them using him exactly the way Dallas did when he actually worked out. You see what happened to him when Zeke left and they thought he was going to be the man? Didn't work. No. But when he was just a change of pace guy and he can actually catch his breath every couple of downs, that's when he was powerful. That's when he was a game changer for fantasy. So if they put him out there as being a bell cow, definitely get Spears because he ain't gonna make it very long.
Yeah, there's actually one guy I had above Pollard that I didn't even see, Javonte Williams. I think he could have top 10 upside some weeks.
It's possible. He's another guy that doesn't like to stay healthy though.
True.
Damn it, Tuss. I figured he wouldn't make it back, but I was hoping.
I wanted Ridley. I didn't want Mostert right there, but I mean, Mostert seemed like the best guy available at the time.
I mean, he was RB5 last year.
Yeah.
200 carries. They found a way to not give him too much of the workload to where he can still be very efficient and he can stay healthy. They've proven that like the last 2 years. I mean, he hasn't been hurt.
They scheme the ball very well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. And Ron, he said he loves the Pickens pick, Jamie.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was eyeing him, one other guy, but Godwin went, so I probably would have went Godwin over Pollard if you fell to me.
Let's see what Jacob say. What do you think of my starting lineup? Hurts, ETN, Kamara, Chase, Marvin Harrison Jr., Bowers, Rashee Rice, Elliott, Saints, 10-team. And that's what I thought just when reading it out. It's probably a 10-teamer. I mean, look, it's solid, but like every 10-teamer looks solid, you know? So go out there and get a dub. I'm not a fan of Bowers. What's anybody's take on Bowers?
I think he's more of a future guy. I don't know.
That's usually how it goes with tight ends, but they're saying Brock Bowers is supposed to be baby Gronk. They call everybody that, though.
Yeah.
They say he's like one of the best athletes out on the field usually. So, I mean, I want to see it before I can put any stock in it. You know what I mean? But I think he has potential for sure.
I mean, I think he's the best running back on that team. Look at it.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
It fucking sucks that every tight end who's been like a great tight end, you know, like coming out like a great prospect is how they're, you know, the craziest freaking nature ever and the greatest athlete on the field. But there's been so many of those guys who just busted. Like I remember when Eric Ebron was like the greatest athlete, you know, tight end coming out of college ever.
Nowadays, it's just being able to catch the ball a lot more because they do a little bit less blocking, and then I'm about to pick being able to do everything. Bowers is a guy that can do everything. Bowers, I mean Pitts. You're talking about, you know, Laporta. These guys can line up out wide. They can line up in a slot. They're not just forced into just the tight end position, so they can create like huge mismatches. You know, when it comes to that.
Man, I can't stop taking running backs, guys.
I see that.
I mean, you only have to start one wide receiver.
I know.
You never sit Tyreek Hill anyways, other than a bye week. So
right. I mean, yeah, except injury. You know what I mean?
There's going to be receivers
available.
available.
Knock on wood.
And I feel like there's a lot of value deeper than a lot of people are realizing too in wide receiver.
I mean, you're more likely to find a wide receiver you could play on waiver wire.
Oh yeah,
and a running back. So
exactly, the running backs dry up and there's nothing left. So,
I mean, I guess I've heard that too, but I always feel like running back's easier to fill through waiver wire. I mean, you just don't know when it's going to come because it comes from injury. Because running back's the most volatile position.
Yeah, it is.
And you got them all. You got them all, Bandy.
Give them to me, baby. How about Austin Eckler, man? I can't believe how low he's fallen. Why is everybody hating on Eckler? Because he's on a Commanders now, or what?
No, I mean he kind of fell off a little bit last year.
Yeah, he did.
And then now he's going to go in an offense where he's pretty much just going to replace Gibson's role. And like Gibson wasn't that great.
Caleb Williams, remember though, out there in Washington, the man that's going to be making a lot of the decisions is a guy that went out there specifically to get Eckler. It's his ex-head coach. So I mean, there's that piece too.
Yep. I like him, man. I think he's going to surprise people, man, and I'll take that value all day.
Chubb scares me, man, because I'm a Browns fan. I love the dude. So I hope the best for him, but I can't draft him. Stefania Bell from ESPN or wherever she's at now, she thinks Chubb's not going to play all year.
Yeah, I've heard light duty all season long, and I was pretty high on him coming back after I seen him squatting 600 pounds. You know what I mean?
I think that was like 800 pounds.
Even if he plays, do we expect the team to just say, okay, here's 20 plus carries a game again?
Right.
Like, I don't think that's happening.
We all saw that leg bent up.
Right. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is here. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, Huss. I'm gonna take Deontay.
You had to do it. You had to do it.
Now there's a couple guys I like over him, but fuck it. I know he's not gonna make it back, so I'm gonna take him for the hell of it.
He probably would have made it back. He sucks.
No, I would have took him. I love Deontay.
I wouldn't let that squat fool me because there's a difference between your muscles and your tendons
Yeah.
In order to cut, you need tendons. He ain't got much of that no more. So I mean, just saying.
I mean, I know the 20 plus, things out of there, but I'm old enough to remember when this guy ran it 3 times for like 170 yards, in a game. I'm just saying, he is a freak of nature, and when he was at his best, he didn't need to cut too much. I mean, their line's like pretty good, it's really just finding the hole and outrunning people.
He's a beast. Got that old school, no pads, no pads on the elbows like old Brown back in the day. I love it. Hey man, we went ahead and took Taysom Hill. Trey wanted me to let everybody know he's supposed to have a big red zone thing, big in the red zone. Taysom Hill. I mean, I've been hearing his name a lot lately, to be completely honest.
And you can still use him at QB, right?
I mean, yeah, technically, yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, he still got that. He still got the tag, right? QB tag
Yep.
in. Yeah, he's there.
Yep.
So that might be the cheat code too.
If you got to start Taysom Hill in your quarterback, though, it's not a cheat code. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, man, there ain't no QBs left. You know what I'm saying? If it come down to it.
I mean, there is still one quarterback who's going to start.
Guy's getting QB. He's getting QB points. Then he's getting tight end premium points.
Right.
Because he's going to throw it to himself.
Oh, maybe.
And he's getting rushing. And he's getting rushing points. I mean, the guy's getting everything there is.
All right. I'm going to snag up Chase Brown.
Take it. Take it.
Good pick.
All right, guys. I probably need to get out of here, fellas. I mean, it's been awesome drafting with you guys, man. Nice meeting all you guys.
Thanks for coming through, brother.
Likewise.
Where to find you at.
Yeah, that's right, man. Fourth and Flex. You could Google it. You find me anywhere. Check us out on YouTube. I mean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Fourth and Flex, Fantasy Football Podcast. Come flex with us down here, man. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, yeah. We'll catch you later, bro.
It's going to be a tough pick here, man.
Yeah, it's getting ugly.
Yep.
It's getting real ugly around these parts right now.
Fuck.
And heavy. OJ Howard was the greatest tight end of all time at 1.2, right? It's one of the greatest prospects ever. Ha! Toker1J said Taysom Hill going to be running that ball. Shout out to the Who Dat Nation.
So here, this is my first bench player right here.
Uh-oh.
And I actually might rather start him in my super flex rather than Daniel Jones. Even though they're on the same team here, I'm going to go Singletary just because he's going to get the volume.
Yeah.
Volume's king with running backs. Shit, I don't want to do it, but this late, why not?
Yeah. Let me remind you guys what I think about Danny Pesos.
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung, figuratively speaking.
Funny part about him, though, man, like when he played, like he was a top 10, top 15 quarterback.
What about when he tripped himself to like?
Well, the average is out because he's either gonna have a top 5 week or he's gonna have a bottom 30 week. So that's why he's considered a top 15 guy.
That's why he has that high upside.
Back on the clock here.
And Tyree, he said in a survival league, Hustler, should I pick? Who should I pick except the Bengals? Man, that one's kind of tough, man. Week 1, it's like anything can happen. Anything can happen week 1.
Whoever's going against the Patriots.
Patriots have good D though. Patriots are at home.
We have to score more than 14 points, and that probably won't happen.
I mean,
fuck. Sutton was going to be my pick, but this guy like Ohio State. I'm wearing the Ohio State jersey right now.
JSN, baby.
I mean,
I'm a Buckeye fan, by the way.
Oh, nice. Wait. Yeah.
And there you go. Anybody except the Bengals. Bengals are the ones playing the Patriots. Maybe that's why he said it.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the most popular pick this week. I'd probably pick the Saints at home versus the Panthers.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna have to redo my rankings because there's like 6 people that I got above JSN that I didn't want on my team. So
I've been nervous about Curtis Samuel this whole preseason, and he finally logged in a full practice today. First time without a Q in a month.
Another Buckeye.
Yep.
And Wes shouting out that Who Dat Nation. And Wes said longest draft of my life. This one, man, you did not see our Superflex IDP auction the other day that lasted like 4.5 hours. That shit lasted forever.
Part-time job.
Yeah, man. Fuck. It's so long, it's so grueling. It's crazy because the budget is $420 and people are spending like crazy on the top offensive people.
I did my first auction draft this year, and I made some mistakes. I'll just say that. I had $150 left at the end of the draft. And it was
that's not too.
Now, I still had like I want to say the second or third best team, but I had way more money left over than I should have. So.
Yeah, I just did an auction draft recently. I think I got the second best team, but like the first best starters. I got Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Drake London, fucking Kyler.
Yeah, if you leave the draft with money, you done messed up a little bit because that just means you could have had some better players than
I
you had.
spent all my
Whether you had a
money.
good player or not.
I spent all my money on my starters, and it just had dollar bench players. Like Cortland Sutton was one of my bench players.
Tyree said, "Do you like the Seahawks versus the Broncos, and they are at home?" Yeah. The only thing we don't know about, I mean, it's not Pete Carroll anymore, you know. So I mean, there's going to be some differences. Who knows how much? It's pretty much the same cast and crew around their offense, anyways. Oh, and Wes said, no, the best ball one going on right now. Isn't that one almost over? It's not over yet. They usually last like an hour and a half. I guess they could last up to 2 hours if people are taking a long time with the picks. Let's see. Let's go see where they're at in this one.
Yeah, I wanted to join that one, the Beetlejuice one.
Yeah.
Couldn't pull double duty.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. We got one final one tomorrow at 3 p.m. West Coast time. So we're Savages going to be drafting almost all the way up to game time.
Damn.
And there's 139 divisions, and I just reworked all the numbers, and first place going to get $5,000 this year.
Whew, nice.
It's a big purse.
What's the second place get?
I believe 1,700.
Oh, that would have been nice last year.
Let me go double check.
Well, shit, I'll just make sure I come in first this year.
Let's see. Yeah, second place 1,700, third place 800, fourth place 700, fifth place 400. And then it trickles all the way down to 70th place, and it's like I think 36th or 35th place through 70 get $20, and then everybody else after that's kind of just raising throughout there. It's all in the bylaws for anybody playing. I already reworked the numbers and changed it around in there. Johnny said, still 6 rounds left. I wonder what's going to finish first, this one or that one.
Looks like we're gonna.
Yeah. I mean, we only have we have 15 rounds. I mean, that one's 30 rounds.
Yeah.
They started an hour and a half earlier than us, too. No, only 30 minutes earlier than us. Jerome Ford with incredible ADP. Yeah, who got him?
I don't know. Even as a Browns fan, I can't be on Ford this year with Deshaun Watson at quarterback. He doesn't running back.
You still think Watson's going to do horrible? He got hurt in week 1 last year. That was one thing that sucked.
The worse he does, the more they run. And if he does well, he's a running QB, so that works out well for Ford as well. Chubb ain't gonna be ready
for Ford doesn't get his points in the rushing; he gets it from the passing. Ford is actually in the bottom 15 since 2011 for positive yards gains with running backs with over 100 rushes. So if you look at his stats, he got all of his points in the passing game.
We'll take it however we can get it, but I know he's one of the best weapons that they have available to them.
Oh yeah. Well, I like man, that dude's electric. That dude could gain 50 yards on one touch.
Facts.
But they only give him like 2 touches a game, so it's like,
but he only needs one.
And hell yeah, Crispy, one more to go tonight. Hell yeah, that one's gonna be a long one too. Superflex IDP. Let's go. Starting in 30 minutes for all you savages who are in that with us as well. We're pulling double duty at least for a few minutes. And JJM said those passes shouldn't even count. I watched it last season. Most of those were behind the line of scrimmage. Just keep feeding him. Keep feeding him. Give him more touches.
I think Devonta Foreman, he's going to steal all the goal line work. So less touchdowns.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, Devonta Foreman kept Roshan and Herbert off the field last year. And
no, it just seems like because they let him go and then they signed him back.
Well, I think it was because of the quarterback situation. They had like 4 or 5 quarterbacks on the roster, and they didn't know what to do with them yet.
Because I know they like Pierre Strong. They kept Pierre Strong, but then let go of Foreman. So, what are they trying to do with Pierre Strong?
Crispy or fucking Savage said, "This is my 3rd one tonight." Yeah, Crispy's got I think at one point he said he had 3 devices and 3 drafts going at the same time. Savage. Savage. This is the part where the draft starts dragging because everyone takes their full minute not knowing who the fuck to pick.
Yeah. It's all right. We got time, right?
There we go. Let's see who P Mart picks right in front of me.
Oh, wait,
I got one guy in mind, so you better not fucking do it, P Mart.
Oh, son of a bitch! I missed this.
And Toyota wants a WWF draft. Let's fucking go. Let's go. 25 minutes away.
I'm just kind of curious. Who would you guys take over Bryce Young at that spot if you were going to take quarterback?
Derek Carr.
Really?
The guy who went next.
Nah, I wouldn't have went Carr. If anything, maybe you can make the case for Geno. For me, at least, it would be between Geno and Bryce. So I don't mind the pick at all.
Jacoby Brissett, man.
Trying to be extra sneaky, getting the last starting quarterback in there. Make sure that anybody's going to get him number 32. It's going to be me.
Wasn't sure if he was going to make it back.
You know what's funny is I got him ranked at QB 33 this week.
Who do you have as a backup quarterback that is ranked in front of you?
No, it's Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Okay. That shit's funny.
Oh, man. Shit, I don't know who I'm going to pick here. God damn.
That's fucking hilarious. And Roll, you know that there's just a couple guys that I just don't like, and Bryce Young's one of those guys. He's just one of those guys. So,
all right. Looking at a couple guys here.
Peacock going crazy wide receivers in the last 4 rounds.
I really wanted Blake Corum, but motherfucker went. I should have took him last round. I don't like any of these people, man. I guess I'll go with the number 2 receiver in Vegas. Man, yeah, why not? I'll go Kobe Myers. Fuck it.
I know, Wes. That should have me dying. Jamie has fucking Brissett as a 33. You know what's going to be funny is he's going to throw the ball to Ramondre, and Ramondre is going to house it for like 70 yards. And all those yards and the touchdown is going to count for Brissett. And like that shit can easily happen. You remember like 2 years ago, they threw it to him so much on first down. Bet you they ain't give him that bag for nothing.
And I do like Hunter Henry as a deep tight end sleeper. I mean, he showed he could do some shit last year. What he had like two weeks in the beginning with like 19, 20 points. Then a couple weeks at the end of the season with 17, 18 points.
Patriots like to run through the tight end, that's for sure. Prime Time Z, what up? He said, how you feel about the Kelsey Mahomes stack for tomorrow's game? I mean, if you're just talking about like a single game slate of like all the players, I mean, I like them. You know, it could be just as good as it is bad because the Ravens defense is fucking ferocious and they got great linebackers. But who else you got?
I think I'm going to go running back here. There's a guy that last year did all right when he was a starter, Ty Chandler. And we all know Aaron Jones can't stay healthy all year. He's already, like 30, 29, 30?
He's up there in age, that's for sure.
And I think Chandler actually has standalone value in the passing game. So fuck it. Why is it? Oh, shit. Come on, draft.
Heavy said, how many quarters until Brissett gets benched for May? See, the thing that I think a lot of people forget is like Brissett, like he's not horrible. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. Like he learned how to be a good quarterback from the Patriots and the way that the Patriots like play ball. So like, I don't know. Remember when Andrew Luck was like just up and quit and he was a quarterback for a whole year? He wasn't horrible. And he like, what if he's a bridge for the entire year for Drake May? Because how bad are the Patriots going to be? Why would they start him? They're going to have him for 5 years if they do it the right way. Why do they
wind up? If they're 0-5, he's going to wind up playing.
Why though? He's not going to make the team.
Because the fans are going to fuck him up. If he's 0-5, it's like, all right, fuck it. Like we got to get our guy.
Patriots have never done anything for the fans ever. Like as far as like forcing someone in the lineup. Why
it ain't Belichick no more. It's a new seat. It's a new squad up in there. It's a new regime.
Jared Mayo ain't going to get shit canned or nothing right away. He's not going to have to be forced to start Drake May if he's not ready to start.
And do you remember when Brissett was on the Browns? He actually won a bunch of games. Like,
yeah,
he should have been a Pro Bowl quarterback
because he won the QB competition. He wasn't gifted the starting job. He won the QB competition.
And they put like what's that dude on the Steelers? Mason Rudolph. They put him in the fucking Pro Bowl over Brissett.
Shock you all with this pick.
Oh, Michael Penix.
Phoenix.
Okay. I like it.
That's a good pick, man.
He's someone I don't think he's playing unless injury happens, but Kirk's coming off injury. And yep, Crispy, that the next draft is starting in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Yeah, and I took Flacco because I just feel like people are going to start taking a couple backup.
Flacco was top 5 quarterback last year when he played. Now he's on a better offense, more injury-prone quarterback. That's like a big stash, man.
That's really all he is, and I know that. See, look, there's another QB taken right there. I don't even know if Bakes is in the chat right now listening. He might be. But
and then Jerry Jeudy goes off next. He's actually looked pretty damn good lately.
Jerry Jeudy's had shit fucking quarterbacks his entire career. And I'm not saying Deshaun Watson isn't a shit quarterback, but at one time, Deshaun Watson was a shiny piece of doo-doo. And like if he could come back to that, you know, just anywhere close to that, anywhere close to those Clemson days.
Oh, motherfucker. Ray Davis is an awesome pick, dude.
You like Ray Davis?
Well, the only reason is because last year Cook, He was getting 55% of snaps as a top 12 quarter or a top 12 running back, right? Where do those other 45% go to? It was spread out, right? Now you actually have Ray Davis. Ray Davis is a short yard guy. He's a goal line guy. Cook only had four attempts on the goal line last year. Like, they don't want to give him goal line carries, so they're going to give it to Ray Davis.
All right.
So I think he's got some standalone value, and then if Cook goes down, maybe he shoots up.
Right, especially here at this point. I mean,
yeah,
everybody went running back, so I had to zag kind of the other way, and I winded up taking running back.
Good pick, Stevie. Hell yeah.
So I'm just taking some, taking some upside.
Oh man, I'm still upset I didn't get Blake Corum, man. Whoever has Blake Corum, throw me a trade.
I
never leave
the roll got Corum right underneath your nose.
Yeah.
Right underneath your nose.
Oh man. Dude, the dude could be a fucking top 5 running back when, not if, but when Kyron goes down.
We got another one of my subscribers in here.
Oh, is that who that is? Aaron
That's
World?
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Running backs can get hurt. Yes, it has happened, but I'll take Kyron Williams good weeks over not having him for sure. And again, I'm a Buckeye fan, so I will not say that Blake Corum is going to be anything other than slightly above average. It's just not even to say.
I think he's a better running back, better prospect. He's pretty much a better version of Kyron.
Nah, he don't have the burst. He has no top end speed at all. That's what Kyron has.
Like, Kyron's one of the slowest guys in the league at running back.
He's not. Kyron Williams has that burst. He wouldn't be returning punts if he was slow. I can tell you that.
Well, look at his breakaway runs. I don't think they exist.
All right, what was his 40? Wasn't he like a 4.5, 4.6 or something like that?
Something.
Yeah,
I mean,
crispy.
Corum's not.
Look at him on the football field.
I think the offense is what made him. If he wasn't on the Rams, we would not be talking about Kyron Williams right now.
But he is, so we are.
Yeah, so it's Corum. So we need to be talking about him.
Touche.
Well, they had to draft Corum. Like, I mean, Kyron couldn't stay healthy. It's too much work. He's a smaller back. It's an outlier, and that's not always gonna work all the time where he's just going to be healthy. He couldn't stay healthy at all. So even if he gets less snaps, which I think he probably will, he could still be very efficient and still could be, a top producer. But I mean, Corum is going to score points too.
True.
I think I did the math, and if Kyron gets 60 to 65% of snaps compared to his 85, 90 last year, he would be ranked right around the Joe Mixon area. Like 16 points per game, maybe.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean that's not round 2. That's round 4, right? Round 5 and single quarterbacks. What?
Depends, because I humbly believe that he's going to be the running back used 90% of the time on the goal line. So get more points for touchdowns than you do yards.
True that.
I mean, he played a lot of the snaps last year. I mean, most of the games he was over 90%. There was only a couple games.
RB2 when he played. So
right.
Oh crap! I don't know who to pick here. Fucking A. Demario Douglas. That was one of my targets.
Boom, got him.
But Polk, it's funny. Polk and Douglas went back to back. I like that because you don't know who's going to get targets in that offense. It could be Douglas, could be Polk. Polk's a beast, but Douglas actually proved it.
Isn't it crazy how the tune changed on Polk from like early on after the draft to what it is now? Like how everybody loves Polk, but nobody wanted him like right after the draft.
Yeah.
He was going like sometimes in the third round of Superflex drafts. Like people weren't touching him.
Fucking shit. How do I get sniped on Michael Wilson? That makes no freaking sense, dude. Now I have no idea what to do. Son of a bitch. All right, there's a guy I like, but more of a dynasty play, end of the year play. I actually took this guy in dynasty over pretty much everyone in the mid-second round. But do I want to do it? Fuck. Stevie, do you know what I'm talking about?
What position? Give us a hint.
Receiver.
Wide receiver.
Yeah. Another Michigan guy. I can't believe.
Oh, you talking about Roman Wilson?
Yeah, I fucking love this dude, but it's just now that he's kind of hurt, I think it's gonna take a little bit to actually get acclimated. But I think he could be that Deontay Johnson type role in that offense. So what? Deontay got what 6.5, 7 targets per game. If he catches 5, I'm good with that. He's an end of the bench player. Who gives a crap? Ooh. Oh, thank God Vidal went. I really like Vidal, but I didn't want him because I have to draft my guy.
Oh, that's
Roshan.
You just said J.K. Dobbins.
Time for Roshan. Time for
Obviously, it's
Roshan.
Roshan Johnson, dude. Like, I don't leave a draft without him. This late, I mean, I don't like it, but fuck it.
Yeah, you do. You fucking love it. You fucking love it. And Johnny said we're done. 13-minute snack break. Yes, next draft starts in 12 minutes now. 12 minutes.
But why is it so hard to fucking push the button on him right now? I don't know if I can do it.
He never does get good. You know, he never really gets good points. Like he just doesn't.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, God damn it.
Just do it already. You know you want him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just fuck it. I'll end up on the waiver wire anyway.
I mean, these last 2 picks, you know, they might be the first guys off the bench for a lot of teams. You know.
Yeah.
Come on, Peacock. And Crispy said he likes Johnson. Yeah, Crispy and all the best balls he fucking all late and like never fails. Herbert and Roshan, hella late in all these best ball drafts. Always teams them up. Come on, Peacock. Let me get my guy. Don't snipe me. Don't snipe me. Gonna try to make a sneaky pick again here. Might be too sneaky though. We'll see what everybody thinks. Steal. Might be a little bit too sneaky for me. I'm going Hunter Henry.
God damn it, dude. I just literally put him in my freaking queue. Literally put him in my queue.
I like him there. I mean, fuck, he had 6 touchdowns last year on a team that didn't score that many touchdowns at all. And now you've got a veteran quarterback in Jacoby Brissett. So I like Henry.
God
and I don't know how good Demario Douglas and Hunter Henry are going to do me for the season, but even the trash teams still have a couple good pieces on them sometimes.
Yeah, I'll trade you Roshan for Henry.
Thanks for getting Roshan and overlooking Henry.
Yeah.
He's your guy, though, man. You always got to get Roshan. Can't do him dirty like that.
Right, last couple picks here. I got 2 guys I'm taking here when it gets back to me. I know one guy's definitely going to be there. I don't know about the other.
Crispy said I have a lot of Henry because everybody hates him, man. It's like he goes so late.
There's no reason to hate. I mean, don't go against the king.
One thing I know about subpar quarterbacks, they love their tight ends and their running backs out of the backfield. You give them an easy pass catch, make the stats look a little bit better than they actually are. They'll take several of those a game.
Yeah. Agreed. So we're coming up to our last picks, and last picks don't even matter. But let's round robin and everybody kind of tell us what they think about their team. And Gospel, why don't we start with you first, since you're on the opposite end right now?
Man, I love where we are. Two top-notch quarterbacks, two guys that I think could be top 5, Kyron Williams and Devon Achane. I'm looking at them as lightning in a bottle. Evan Ingram has been a top tight end. He's one of the most slept-on tight ends. DJ Moore, I think, is going to be a favorite target of the improviser, Caleb Williams. So he'll be the benefit there. Ferguson, another guy that's often used. Now, Godwin, if healthy, could be the steal of the draft, because you got to remember his offensive coordinator is the guy that used to be the offensive coordinator when Kupp had the Triple Crown. And guess who's going to be playing the same position that Kupp was in that offense?
Yeah, they're moving a lot more, so I love that.
Sutton, he's one of the only wide receivers on his team. And even though that's been the case now for a while, he tends to come up looking pretty good. Ford, got him real late. Not the cream of the crop, but he's going to get a whole bunch of work because he's one of the only guys there. Tyler Algier, not hoping that Bijan gets hurt, but he's going to be a part of that offense regardless. Getting Goddard, I feel like Goddard is almost as disrespected as Hunter Henry. Rashad White wasn't as good as people think that he was last year, just because he did good in fantasy, but his was completely based on volume. So Bucky Irvin can come in there and do something early, take a little bit of run away from him. Vidal, I'm sorry, Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, either both of them or one of them is going to get hurt. And so he's going to get some work in there early and often. And we'll figure out what the last pick is in a few minutes.
And Harenby's World, do you guys think Najee and Kamara are what? I like Najee for week 1, though. I know everybody here likes Kamara for week 1, sounded like earlier. And Stevie B, give us a breakdown of your squad. What are you thinking?
All right, from my squad, I mean, we talked about basically the first 2 picks. I felt a little safe with Jared Goff there, and he's kind of the highest quarterback I have anyway on my board. I did make one mistake. I should have took Laporta, being that the tight end premium was like a whole extra point instead of Marv, but wound up taking Marv there, and then went on a little tight end run because I just felt like these were some of the better guys that were on the board, especially with the premium. And I think all these guys could put up a ton of points. And then everybody was kind of going running back, so I kind of just zagged the other way, went wide receiver. We do get, what is it? I think a quarter point for the first down. So I kind of went with some like possession guys, Zay Flowers, McConkey, Deontay Johnson, filling out some of the flex there. Finally took a running back. We only got to start one, and I hate running backs. So you tell me I only got to start one, then that's music to my ears. So wound up taking Dowdle, who is, possibly the RB1 there in Dallas, Ray Davis, and then followed up with Lob down there at the end, who could be the third down pass catching back for a Vegas team that is probably not going to be very good. So take a chance there on the last pick.
And they could put Lob in a slot.
Right. And then Jermaine Burton, I thought was a steal as well, who's, probably eventually after the first few games will be that starting slot wide receiver for Cincinnati on a team where I think Joe Burrow is going to have a killer season. I mean, the guy's averaging 4,500 yards and 35 tutties in the 2 healthy seasons that he played. And we just saw last year, Dak led the league with 36 touchdowns. And then Tua led with 4,600 yards. That's an average season for Joe Burrow. So I think, I'm all for like Cincinnati offense this season.
Yeah, see, I love Burton, but I don't think he's a slot receiver. I think they're going to put Ishavish or Charlie Jones, use them in the slot. But Burton, there's going to be an injury here and there from either Chase or Higgins, and Burton's going to produce.
I think he could be inside or outside. And maybe he plays outside, and you've got Chase kind of roaming around playing that slot and outside role, like we see CD and Justin Jefferson play.
Yeah, good point. I like that.
I'd much rather have Higgins over Zay.
Yeah, I'm going Higgins over Zay also, Wes. And Harenby said, you guys think Najee and Kamara are serviceable? Yeah, they're serviceable for sure. Got Corum and Algier also. I'd be starting Najee and Kamara over those guys. One Nation said, which tight end would you rather start? Fant, Otten, Conklin, Hunter Henry. It's either Otten or Hunter Henry for me, and
I'm going Otten just because of that offense. They're gonna eat, man.
Yeah.
Against the Commanders, like Commanders can't guard crap.
And Cousins or Herbert week 1. I'm just gonna say Herbert because Cousins is going up against the Steelers. Going to be a tougher game for them, and Herbert always does good against the Raiders. All right, roll. You said you're going to draft a championship team. Let's hear why this is a championship team.
I mean, Bijan, Swift. I mean, that running back room is there. Blake Corum could definitely overtake Kyren. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but he could definitely have a role. I feel like my whole team is very well rounded. I love my receivers. I love my running backs. I feel like my quarterbacks are okay. They're not too bad. Caleb Williams, I feel comfortable with him as a QB1. And Bryce Young, in this deep of a league, I feel comfortable as a QB2. In some super flex leagues and like 12-man leagues, I have him as a QB2 in like dynasty leagues, and I'm perfectly comfortable with that. I expect him to break out, so I like my quarterbacks. I like my running backs. I like my receivers. I feel like I got really good value on London, Waddle, Smith, Keenan Allen, and then I just drafted some bench players. I really like my team. I think it has a good chance to at least come top 3.
All right. And I don't know where Jamie went, so I'll read off my squad real quick. Because I think I drafted the championship squad. I don't know. We'll see, though. Breece Hall, Jamar Chase. I mean, felt really solid about those, and then ended up getting 2 solid starting quarterbacks. Not the best, but definitely upper middle of the road guys with Rodgers and Mayfield. Was able to snag Diggs. And then all my depth at running back, I got Najee, Ramondre Stevenson, Mostert, Chase Brown. We'll see what happens with my depth wide receivers with Samuel, Douglas. Dortch is probably going to be first man off the, just off the list. But yeah, we'll see. I think I drafted good enough quarterbacks that are going to help me compete every single week. And I think the top end talent of Breece Hall and Jamar Chase, who our man Stranger, who's repping the Houday Nation, he said that he thinks that the Bengals are going to be petty and break the news about Jamar Chase's record-breaking contract during tomorrow's game to troll the Chiefs. So let's see if that happens or not. And Jamie.
Yeah, man.
Let's hear it.
I'm looking at my team. I love my first 3 picks. I got a top 5 quarterback, Kyler Murray, top 5 St. Brown, top 5 running back, Derrick Henry. Now, this is where I kind of fucked up. I should have skipped Olave. I have him like top 12 in my rankings, so I was like, oh, fuck. But I should have went Baker Mayfield at that pick right there. Then I went.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, sir.
I couldn't. If I took Baker, my team would have been so much freaking better because the next round I would have took Joe Mixon at that spot, and then when it came back to me, I would have got Michael Pittman, who's not much different than Olave. So it's like I fucked up on that part. But no, I like my depth. I mean, Pickens, not bad. Pollard, Singletary, JSN. I mean, just a bunch of guys I'm going to throw in at my flex. But I'm happy with my top 3 picks. Just having a top 5 at each position in a 14-team league. I love that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and then Olave, he's top 12, and most people Mixon also top 12, and they're my flex, so I can't hate it. I just hate my Daniel Jones pick. I fucked up. I wish I would have done something different. Getting Conklin at the very last pick because I actually have Conklin 1 spot above Henry, so I can't be mad. You taking Henry, but I really wanted Henry when it came back to me. But getting Conklin is a consolation prize. I like it. Because you got to think, he's going to get 5 targets a game. He's good for like 87, 90 targets, right?
Yeah.
So that's what, 5 targets a game. If he catches 4 of them with that extra point per reception. But I'll probably never play him. So.
And then last thing before we get out of here, we're going to round robin everyone, tell everyone where to find you and, you know, all the social media tags and all that. But I want to do my best to bring at least a little bit of content per week. Maybe it'll be talking about the show talking about the league for a few minutes, maybe some matchups. Could be the matchup that I'm going against, maybe turning it into a short or whatever, but trying to get, you know, bring some awareness to this league because we got a lot of dope people in it. And I know that if some people start following the league, maybe they'll start following the content and, you know, just help us all grow and grow. And on that note, we'll do a little round robin. Jamie, why don't you shout it out first? What brand and podcast you're repping and where everybody can find you.
Yeah, man. I'm on that Twitter X. I keep it simple. My name, Jamie Perogue. I do content for Going for Two. I do their Tuesday cheat sheet every Tuesday night. I do their Sunday morning start sit show. And then I also write some IDP for the Fantasy Six Pack.
There we go. And Gospel, let them know. Oh, and you're on mute.
Yes, sir. The Gospel Sports Truths Podcast. We are on Facebook at the Gospel Facebook group. We are on, well, we'll be on YouTube. It's at the Gospel STP. We'll be back on YouTube there. And you can look up the Gospel Sports Truths Facebook, not Facebook, but if you look on your Apple iTunes, your Pandoras, pretty much all of the most popular audio apps, you're going to be able to find us there as well. So YouTube now, Facebook group, and all of those popular audio apps, you can find us. The Gospel Sports Truth Podcast.
There we go. And the roll. Shout it out. Where can everybody find you at?
I'm on both YouTube and Rumble, the Riolo7 on both. You can find me there. I hit 500 subs like probably 2 weeks ago, I would say.
There you go.
I have like 8 people watching on my live stream right now, so shout out to them.
There we go. Shout out.
I missed that. What is it? What is it called on YouTube?
The Riolo7. It's the same as my name on here.
There we go. And Stevie B, let him know.
Yep. Dynasty Life Fantasy Football, YouTube, and Instagram.
All right. And you guys know me. I'm the Fantasy Football Hustler at FF Hustler 420 everywhere. You can go to 420crew.com if you want to join some leagues with us. I know we're at the end of the season now, but Dynasty leagues, we're going to be doing a bunch. We got squares during the week. So if you guys like to play like the Super Bowl squares, get some money on the game, get some extra excitement going. It's only $6.90 per square. That's going every single week. 420crew.com. And if you go to fantasyfootballhustler.com, you can go find me everywhere on social media as well. All right. This is a dope draft, guys. Signing off. See everybody later. And we'll see you on the battlefield. Peace out.
Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.